All right, so now comments are enabled. I don't know why the last one didn't, because I didn't click on like disable comments or anything. Very strange. So yeah, if anybody wants to let the people on Discord know that this is the new, I can't even see any members here, so I don't even know why I'm talking. Okay, cool. We got a like. Hey, how's it going, MJ? Phew, I was worried. Thanks for the heads up, Chris. I saw your comment and I was like, okay, there's no comments here. How's it going, Robert? What's up, Billy? What's up, Mind Bloom? How's it going? Long time no talk. Hey, how's it going, Spider Claws? Yeah, I don't know why the comments suddenly for that stream, it just didn't work. The comments were on. I thought maybe YouTube throttled my channel again and I was kind of freaking out. And then I started this live stream and I saw, okay, people are commenting. That's good. What up, Hump DZ? What's up, Minnesota Backpacker? What's up, Damon? How's it going, Beekeeper? How's it going, Seth? How's it going, Robert? Heck yeah. Yo, what's up, Bill? Good to see ya. Owen, how's it going? Yeah, oh, that's why, Owen. Yeah, I had it on, I must have had it on kids mode. That's what it was. That makes sense, because yeah, I gotta always change it, and I probably forgot to do that. What's up, Cole? How's it going? What's up, Dr. 420? Wow, we got a lot of people at this late night coming in. Good to see you all. How's it going, Big Chungus? What's up, Authentic Sense? Robert Redmond says, well, looks like sleep isn't going to come on now. Worth it. Kids love mycology too, says Billy. Yeah. Should have like a Bill Nye the Science Guy for mycology. What's up, Odin? Actually, people called me Bill Nye like well, I think it was like one or two people called me like, oh, you Bill Nye, like fucking, like I'm not even a fan of Bill Nye. I never really understood what the big deal, what the big hoopla about him was. I was never really a fan. But anyways, it's funny somebody called me, oh, Bill Nye ass mother. Yeah. Fully colonized chat, says Odin. Yes, indeed. Yo, slap ass, how's it going, man? How's it going? Good to see ya. What a name! What a name! Mike Zibalba Farms. How's it going? Good luck, realistic thinking. DJ Cornbread says, all because of you, my bulk is actually doing good. I'm glad to hear that. And you know what? You followed the steps. You did a good job following, you know, good steer all procedure and good techniques. Smaze Serpents, what's up, man? How's it going? It's been a long time. Good to be live again, too, Odin. It's been a heck of a... How long has it been? Like 2 weeks? Mind Bloom says, mycophilia, can you see if you can find the African strain P. maluti? Can't find it anywhere. Looks like Wizard's Hat. Can we talk about this strain? Yeah, I read something about it, or I should say somebody linked it a while ago. It looks really cool, but I don't know where you can get a hand on it because honestly, I got enough stuff to work on currently from years ago that I haven't touched that needs to be touched. But yeah, it's really cool that a new species was found in Africa. Minnesota Backpacker says, Bill and I definitely helped me get into science when I was a very young kid. That's great. That's great. Chris says, do you have any cool projects going? No, because I'm away from my lab currently. And honestly, I'm just like trying to take some time away from mycology, trying to reset myself a little bit, but to find the new way forward so I could get the energy to do the cool projects when I get back. But yeah, when I get back, there's definitely some cool projects. I'm basically just editing and releasing the videos on the Video Vault nowadays. That's pretty much all I do currently. Taking a break from posting too much on YouTube right now. Realistic Thinking says, is this a Q&A live stream? Yes, it certainly is. What's up, Becky? Good to see ya. Space Serpent says, what's the top 5 most potent spores? You can't use the word P, my friend. But pretty much any of the mutants are very, very tasty if we want to talk core lovers. But for different species, check out the pool lovers. Eduardo says, I haven't been live in a while, but I'm excited to learn tonight. Awesome, Eduardo. Rebecca says, hit the like. Yes, hit the like, everybody, for this awesome live stream. this late night mycology live stream with all of you guys, all of you night owls, and all of you early birds who are waking up in Europe and such. Maybe Asia. Just had a little drink there. Non-alcoholic. So yeah, guys, smash the like. We got 41 here. We got 22 likes here. I'm sure we could do better. And of course, check out my website, mycosage.com, if you would like to support my work. Got all the videos that I can post on YouTube on that website. 95 videos. I just posted a new one yesterday. All the fruiting stuff is on there. Bunch of different species, lots of knowledge, lots of topics. And Discord server is completely free. Check it out. You can get some cool additional perks if you are a member as well. And of course, all the links, discount codes are in the description. And mentorship, I am still doing mentorship as I'm away. So if you want some help, then hit me up on my email, mycophilia.official@gmail.com. All right, let's go back to the live chat and see what you guys are saying here. Uncle Stoner, so good to see you. I hope you're doing well, bro. Smay Serpent says, Sage, you watched the new cartoon Common Side Effects? I think I heard about it. I haven't watched it. I haven't really watched anything in a while. Heart to you too as well, Mike. Appreciated Spider Claws. Eduardo says, a new way forward. Do you have any other special interests, hobbies besides mycology? Yes, I do. And if it works out, then I will come clean to you guys. But until then, it's got to remain a mystery. Now, those of you guys who knew me, 2-3 years ago when I first got started, I used to be more public about it. So you might know, but I will keep it under wraps for now. Keep it a little mystery. Mindbloom says, a tribe that uses strains wear little hats that look like the cap of the mushroom. That's awesome, man. Robert Redmond says, Jesus honestly made my night wither without the mushrooms. Awesome, Robert. I appreciate that. Big Chungus says, how worried should I be if there are a few drops of mycelium piss, aka metabolites, in my bag, about 80% colonized? Well, if you got just a few drops, I would not worry. If you got a lot of drops, I would worry. And also check the color. If it's like orangish, if it's like really dark orangish or kind of murky, then I would worry. Chris says, well, the video helps me get through my work weeks. I'm really happy to hear that, Chris. Hey, Realistic Thinking, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. And for future reference, everybody, if you would like to throw a little donation, rather than super chat, please send it to the PayPal link in the description, because YouTube takes 30% of everything that you send me. So PayPal, they take a little bit less, or quite a bit less actually. Their transaction fees are still pretty expensive, but like they take a lot less than 30%. So PayPal is the way to go. Thank you. And whoa, we got another $5 super chat from, I'm trying to click on this. These gloves are kind of making it tough to. Okay, you know what? I'll get down to it. From DJ Cornbread Jr. Thank you so much, DJ Cornbread Jr., for your $4.99 super chat. So he's got a question. He says, I am confused when I should be adding a casing layer or if I need it. Does it depend on strain? So if you're, you can always benefit from a casing layer. Bottom line, you could always benefit from a casing layer, even if the species does not require a casing layer, aka core lovers like GT, B+, and what have you. And so all of them will benefit from it, basically. Now, certain species will require a casing layer, practically, virtually. Like poo lovers, grass lovers, semps, shimejis, that kind of thing, will require a casing layer because they cannot get water out of the substrate. They get it out of the casing layer. Now, core lovers, they're a lot stronger, they're a lot hardier, they're big, majestic. Those guys don't need a casing layer. They could get the water from the substrate, from the cocoa core itself directly, but they still benefit a lot, especially with like side pins and also yield. Now, there's been a study that was done about, it was in 2024, that found that yield increased by about 50%. Now, I think 50% is a bit high. Honestly, I think more studies need to be done. But from my personal experience, I found a definite increase in yield, and also a lot less side and bottom pins. All right, let me go back to some questions because I missed a couple here. Comments, I should say. Bob Ferris says, happy to see you. Got my HOCl generator. Congratulations. And some new genetics today. Awesome. Got PE7, Avery's albino. Nice. More TTBVI and tidal wave. Rice and instant pot as we speak. Mycology never sleeps. 100%. 100%. Just like the fungi, you know, it's always alive, always changing, always, you know, moving. Speaking of which, it's pretty scary, all the seismic activity that's been going on around the world lately. I don't know if you guys have been reading up on that. I feel like something big's probably going to happen quite soon. And so be prepared, especially if you're in active areas. Seth says, when you talk about taste, do you mean how strong the medicinal effects are? Yes, absolutely. The strength of the flavonoids will certainly affect the taste. Yes, yes, yes. The taste experience. Billy Hill says, West Australia here. What's up, Billy? Say Serpent says, so staying with albinos will be a good choice. Yeah. I don't really discriminate. S says, should you miss daily during fruiting stage? So yeah, check out my video on the nightclub. It's called Should You Mist During Fruiting? It really depends. Susan Parrott says, please repeat the information to the other channel. What do you mean, Susan? Repeat the information to the other channel. You're talking about my nightclub channel. Please repeat the information. Which information? Mind Bloom says, only when the walls are done, don't have condensation that you missed. I would not go by the walls, go by the surface conditions. Check out my video, proper surface conditions for fruiting, because the fruits are not going to be coming out of the walls. The humidity on the walls is negligible. It's about the humidity on the fruiting surface itself that you should worry about. Smay Serpent says, what do you think on Enigma and Snowball types? They're cool novelty grows. For me, I would consider them novelty. For somebody else, they might not consider it novelty. Yeah, it's just novelty grows are not really my thing. I just like to see what I can get, you know, grow some new stuff, and I like to go for multispore. Wanted says, hey Sage, woohoo, late night stream. Thanks Sage, super pumped for the genetics package, brother. My name in Discord is different than we talked about. Trying to get some cash for the mentorship. Awesome, Wanted. Appreciate that. And good to see you on here. Guys, be sure to smash that like button. Smash that like button. All the ways you can support me and support yourself in the description. Please check it out. I got my website, mycosage.com. I post everything that I cannot post here on YouTube on there. I got 95 exclusive videos, only $4.99. Plus some cool Discord benefits as well. Mind Bloom says, any newer strains you like working with lately? Well, lately, again, I'm away, so I can't really do direct mycology work. But before I left, I was working on some really cool stuff. Rare genetics from South Africa, wild okras, okra squats, the real gnats, which I think are kind of rubbish, to be honest. I'm not a fan. They take a long time to fruit, and they don't yield a lot. And that's probably why you don't really hear about them anymore, because people are like, yeah, this kind of, you know, it's kind of a novelty. You know, you grow it once and you're like, okay, yeah, okras are better. You know, there's so many other different species that are better for indoor stuff. What else was I working? I don't know. I was working on a bunch of stuff, man. I got them in the fridge so I could get back to it once I get back home. Realistic thinks, he says, that's crazy that YouTube takes money from donations. Yeah. And now they sent an email saying like, hey, we got a leaderboard about super chats so that you could show like who the top supporters are. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, it's like, but you take 30%, so I would rather not even do that. It's honestly like also I find it kind of like disrespectful for the people that actually send the money thinking that the money's going to the creator, but like YouTube takes almost, you know, half of the cut. It's kind of messed up. But then again, you know, it is their platform. I am using it for free, so I can't really be, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. But I got the PayPal's for that. So if you guys would like to send me a little something, I'll give you a shout out. PayPal in the description. Hey, did somebody just purchase something from Inoculate the World? I just got a notification. If so, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. You won't regret it. They are a great company. They got great stuff. Uncle Stoner says, keep going, man. You do good work. I appreciate it, Uncle. You too, my friend. Be sure to check in on the Discord sometime. People would love to see your cool pics. Dr. 420 said, I had some ape liquid culture from Inoculate the World sitting around for 1.5 years. I thought it was dead because it was dark brown, but put it to agar, now on grain. It seems to be going strong. Right on. Rebecca says, oh my, I have been flooding mine, but I thought that it was dead, but nope. I'm getting more and more. Veronica says, love what you're doing. Keep up the good work, brother. Cheers, Veronica. Thank you. Ease says, do you still use pasteurized Jiffy Mix for casing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Nice and easy. Super simple to prepare. Love it. Pre-made. And be sure to smash that like, everybody. I don't want to keep asking. I know it's annoying, but let's get that like up because that means we get more people. We could keep this late night stream going for however long it's active. I will keep going. Well, actually, I have a time limit of about an hour and a half maximum. But that's plenty of time to get your questions in and get some good conversation going. Gia, what's up, Gia? Love all you do. Just taught myself how to boost on Discord. My pressure cooker ran out of water and turned rice on the bottom a darker color. All 7 of them are ruined. It's ruined. All 7 of them, it's ruined, right? Yeah, I would probably, if you want to play it safe as you can, I would definitely do a new run, but you can try it again. And oh my gosh, we got a $5 super chat from, oh wow, S, thank you for the 199 super chat. Fabian Shield, just wanted to say thank you for everything. You've helped my grows in this medicine, absolutely changed my life for the better. Thank you. Thank you, Fabian Shields. I appreciate that, my friend. Really, really appreciate that. Those comments never get old. You know, it's hard, like it's easy for me to forget because like honestly, this has become basically a job, right? And it's become sort of routine, but like the fact that, you know, this stuff can really, really change people's lives. I have to remind myself of that sometimes, to be honest, because, you know, it just becomes like day-to-day life, but it should never be underestimated, the power of the mushrooms. And by the way, guys, again, with the super chat, I really, really appreciate it, but unfortunately, YouTube takes 30%. Please send any donations that you have to the PayPal link in the description. Thank you. Okay, so where was I? Let's see, my back is killing me with this this position. It's not the most comfortable position, sitting crisscross applesauce on the bed. Where are we? Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Chris says, do you think once you dehydrate stones, they lose taste compared to fresh? No, actually, stones store a really, really long time. But the thing is, the taste that you seem to lose is because of the fact that, okay, let me do some math here. It's kind of, I'm not a very good mathematical person, but I think it comes down to about a third of the taste once you dry it out compared to when they're fresh. And that's because when they're fresh, they have a lot less water than fruits have. So fruits have like 92% water, let's say. Stones have, I think, about like 66 to 70% water. So that's why they seem tastier when they're fresh compared to fruits, right? About double, people say, compared to core lover fruits. But when they're dry, they're about a third as tasty. But that's not because you lost any alkaloids. It's flavonoids. It's because it's, you know what I mean. Like it's just dried out differently. Realistic thinking says if you do everything right, bracket living in Arizona with very few airborne spores and such, how often should contamination be expected in grain jars and monotubs? 5%, 50%, even a rough estimate helps. 0% if you do everything right. 0%. Spider Claw says, when you're talking about casing, do you mean topping with more core? We're actually doing the seed mix. Doing the seed mix. Doing the casing Jiffy mix. What was it called? Jiffy mix? Yeah, Jiffy mix casing layer seed starter mix. That's a mouthful. Adam Brown says, Sup Sage, hope you're well, brother. How's it going, Adam? Good to see ya. I hope you're well too as well, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Bob says, after I saw you got 30 grams on one flush of Avery's, I had to get them. Right on, man. Avery's are beautiful. And they have a really cool story as well. And they are a beautiful mushroom. And they're supposedly based on one of my favorite core lovers, which is Cambodian. Just a classic Cambodian that was found on the grounds of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, the world's largest, I think, largest temple or largest Hindu temple, one of those. Anyways, awesome place, and it's an albino mutation of it, which is really cool. Besides that, the guy who created that isolation named it after his daughter, whose name was Avery. So it's got a cool, nice story to go along with it. So yeah, I think that's a really cool variety. Very beautiful. Susan says, yes, nightclub. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to copy the videos from here, but I'm definitely going to post some unique videos on there, which is what I do. It's kind of my more risque channel, I guess you could say, for YouTube standards. YouTube's my friend. I love YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for everything. Yeah, that's a little bit of a, what'd you call it, some ass kissing. Cole Bradley Harmon says, I've got some TW jars going and some GT. Did transfers on agar recently. I see now how it goes. Once you start, you'll have mushrooms growing out of your ears before you know it. Yes, yes, yes. That is how it goes. Wanted says, so is leucistic more tasty? Remember, let's not use the P word, guys. So is leucistic more tasty than normal? No, it's not. Or albino? No, it's not. It just looks that way because they bruise deeper because there's less pigment to kind of muddle the blue. Just curious, I got some leucistic GTs right now for my first grow. So far, I made it all the way to the monotub colonizing, and it's looking good. That's awesome, man. I hope it goes well for you. If you got to that phase without issues, then I have high hopes. Billy Hill says, Mount Rainier. I know Americans don't like it when I pronounce it like that. Mount Rainier, it's Mount Rainier. Can't be Flegri, I don't know how you pronounce that. And Japan, on top of a lot of others, definitely paying attention to what's going on seismically around the place, 100%. Chris says you definitely need patience for growth such as Enigma. Absolutely. Edu Steph says how to know what the breeding is real and running. I don't know what you're asking, man. It's Link Not Zelda says, hey, how's it going? My first albinos I found from an MSSPF tech grow are finally pinning. Can't wait to see what they look like mature. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, be sure to keep posted on the Discord. We'd love to see the updates. Mindbloom says, okras are crazy. They're so noodly at first, but they seem to be pushing some fatter fruits nowadays. 100%. 100%. I got an okra squats that a friend of a friend gave me. And those were really cool. Spider Clove says, okra, you gardening now? I don't know if you mean that like as a joke or if you mean it, but okras are what we used to call gnats, just in case. I'm assuming it's a joke, though. Don Trish Lane says, do you recommend flipping block upside down after? Definitely not. Definitely not. Dr. 420, I mean, it would work, but you don't really have to do that. Dr. 420 says, make 2 accounts to smash the like button. Science says it keeps the contamination away. 100% scientific, straight out of Harvard. Chris says, I noticed with most of my albino grows definitely take long to flush. Yes. Rebecca Smith says, check your pee-pee. Check my pee-pee. Eduardo says, that was me, inoculate the world. Hey, Eduardo, thank you for your support, and I know you're going to love it. Thank you. Awesome choice, my friend. Spider Claw says, what are some of your biggest frustrations with your students? I don't really have any. and I'm honest. Now, from the students' perspectives, they might think like, I think they're more frustrated with themselves than I'm frustrated with them, because I'm not frustrated with them ever. Um, Although I have had some students who like wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. You know, it's like just listen to what I say and then ask the questions after. But that's like rare, and you know, I don't really. It's not really a frustration. You know, it's just who they are. So I'm not frustrated about it, and I still lead them to success. You know, so it's just you just gotta adapt to what the situation calls for. I love helping my students out. It's a real joy. I will say, my favorite types of students are those um, who are very enthusiastic about it, because then it's more fun for me as well, because I'm like, okay, well, how about you try this one as well? You know, usually I don't recommend this, but here's another method that you could try. Like for example, I got two students right now who are on their first grow, and they're trying out the Puke tech that I recently released. Really fast, real cool tech, and they're doing that alongside the bulk grows. You know, so and that's only because they were super enthusiastic about it. So it's kind of almost a test trial run, and so they're doing that both at the same time. And for anybody who wants my mentorship, check it out in the description. Hit me up with the email mycophilia.official@gmail.com, again in the description, and I'll send you the deets. Currently I'm away, so I can't do voice chat. I could only do text mentorship. So if you want voice chat, then wait until I come back sometime in, I don't know, maybe I would say wait till mid-August, maybe September. Andy Bauer says, I have trouble finding Jiffy Mix unless it's springtime. Yeah, some places are like that. Sometimes I have issues with that too. But yeah, that's a great question, Spider Claus. Nobody ever asked me that. Thanks again, S, for your $2 super chat. Smee Serpent says, I'm just looking for something super tasty that I can grow without hassle to do some intense spiritual research. I would just go with sclerotia then. Andy Bauer says, I've got to grow of Golden Halo that's been fruiting since April. Nice. Thank you again, Fabian. Thank you so much, and also for your awesome comment as well. Ara S says, I don't know why, but like around my mouth it feels kind of like weird. I don't know. Maybe there's something on these gloves. Cause I use this for fishing, so I was like, you know, hooking some worms, and maybe something from the worms just got onto my lip, and it's kind of like irritating. Era S says, that's kind of nasty. Era S has been a while since I've been here, and glad to see you streaming. Yep, still here. Just did 6 grams of shiitake on Wednesday. I grew 14 months ago, still going strong, but I need to do another one soon. Cool, Era. Glad to see you back. It's funny, you know, I've been doing this for a while, and people that I helped out, like, or that I saw around, you know, years ago now at this point, are coming back and like, whoa, you're still doing this? Or like, oh, you know, here I am again. Oh, I took a break for a year and a half. I'm like, a year and a half? Holy crap, I've been doing this for a while. Tariq says, are we on the bed again today? Yes, we are, and we will be for the foreseeable future until I come back. Bed tech. Yes, Andy Bauer. Bed tech indeed. Spider Claw says, there are people in all our lives who have helped by proxy. Shout out to you for being able to keep the grind going. The sage knowledge you have acquired helps everyone from beginner to veteran. I appreciate that, Spider. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your long time, you know, being around for long and supporting me here and there, and, you know, your nice comments. Robert Redmond says, it's crazy. My first GT Pro will be ready tomorrow or the next day. Honestly, without Sage, I would have never made it this far. Oh, shucks. Congratulations, Robert, and thank you. Wanted says, if I'm too poor for a humidifier right now, is there a decent way to wing it? I've got temperature at 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Monotub has condensation on the sides. Oh, if you're using a monotub, forget about a humidifier. You don't need a humidifier. That's the whole point of a monotub. It's a non-automated setup. If it's looking a little dry, if the surface conditions dry, again, don't look at the walls. Look at the surface conditions. If you don't know how they're supposed to look, check out my video, Proper Surface Conditions for Fruiting. If they look like that, you're good. So just mist it if they need it. technically with a monotub tech, if it's dialed in correctly, you shouldn't have to mist it until you get the first flush. But even with a lot of neglect techs, they say that, but it really depends on your environment. You might have to mist it. Uncle Stoner says stones taste like a raw nut or Brazil nut. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. I like the way they taste, but it's that aftertaste that is just really, really irritating. Just so sour, just acrid, and it just lingers on my throat for a long time. I think drying it and making a tea really helps out with that, I find. Blood Doll says, oh, never mind. Okay. And guys, when we're commenting, let's try to keep the language to mycophilia language, if you know what I mean. You know, like tasty, taste experience, shiitake, and so forth. Hey, what's up, Allison Duke? How's it going? Is it easy to grow Amanita? No, it's not. Steve Dittman says, July 1st, 2025 is a very sad day in Florida. Andy Bauer says, so I was listening to your older talks and you're a skateboarder. Do you still thrash or did age get the better of you? Oh man, I haven't skateboarded in like 11 years. But I'm always thinking like I should go back and, I'm like, the more and more that I get older, the more and more I'm like, damn, there's so many things that I still haven't done that I want to do. So I'm just going to go for it now. And so I might go back to skateboarding before my knees, are too aged for that. One, it says, oh, I don't have a dehydrator, but apparently my air fryer has a setting. It goes down to 105 Fahrenheit. Would this work for GT? I would go higher, man. Check out my video. Was it the dehydration video? Harvesting time? No, it was proper storage and dehydration. Check that video. I go 160 degrees Fahrenheit. I know I say 165 in that video. That was a mistake. I meant 160 degrees. But 165 is completely fine. Up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, you're definitely safe. Now again, these guys, you can deep fry it. That's about 400. It's like it's way over 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You could deep fry for an hour. They lose minimal taste. 2 studies have corroborated this. So they are very stable if they are in the mushroom form. Now, if you extract it and you make a tea and the flavonoids, the umami, are just floating around and you get it to that temperature, that's a different story. But when they're within their cell walls, they're very, very stable. I'm getting a little hungry. How's it going, Fefe? More tasty, got it, says Wanted. Thank you. Becky says, I dry mine on a paper towel out of the way of everything, and I toss them around a little each day. Bill D says, good to see you, Sage. I hope everything's well in your part of the Pacific Northwest. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you always. Much love. Much love, I should say. Same meaning. Minnesota backpackers, I was hiding. Okay, so I guess you mean Mount Rainier. Wanted says, does it work pretty well, Rebecca? How long for that process? Wanted, check out my dehydration video. All the details are there. Cole says, I'm gonna pass out to the silky, soothing voice of our God, Sage. Oh, geez. Much love, y'all. Dream of fun, guy. I appreciate it, Cole. Good night. Bob Ferris says, thank you. I was wondering if there were Cambos or PE. Knew there were core lovers, and about the name origin. Glad they are Cambos because I was looking to grow those soon. Heard the taste is uplifting or humorous. Yeah, Cambos. Cambos are just, for me, they're everything. Like PEs have a very distinct character. For me, Cambos are everything though. Like they have all the characters. Happy, sad, cosmic, time travel, entities, Inoki entities. Hey, S, thank you for the $2 super chat. I would start out with the PE strains. Those are classics, and they're classics for a reason. There's a lot of more mutants nowadays, but PEs are still up top for core lovers, at least, for a lot of things. Rebecca says PayPal equals PP. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. And for those of you guys who are just joining in now, consider supporting on my website, MycoSage. It's in the description. $4.99 to access all my videos. Support yourself with some cool knowledge and some cool entertainment, and support me and my cause and my work to get this message out there. And also, I got all the discount codes. You could support yourself, get yourself tasty discount codes. All these companies have been vetted by myself. They're good. And also, I may get an affiliate commission. And also, I got mentorship services in the description. Email me at mycophilia.official@gmail.com if you would like personal one-on-one help. All right, back to the comments. Wanted says, any idea rough estimate for yield I can get from 3.5 pound grain bag mixed with a 3.5 pound substrate and casing layer? 66 quart monotub GTs. Curious if I can get very large amount or not. I can't say. If it goes well, you can get a lot. You can get a lot. Let me put it this way. If it's your first time, you're going to get way more than you need if it goes successfully. You wouldn't have to worry for a while. Snake Serpent says, top 3 most tasty core lovers visually. It's hard to say. It's hard to say with core lover. I can't say, really. If you want to go for that, then go for poo lovers. They're just like a different degree of visual. And it's not just because of alkaloid content. Well, it is because of alkaloid content, but there's more at play. There's like different alkaloids at play. Hey, what's up, E? Howdy. And that's their name. It's E. Glad you could catch the live. Hey, Ara, let's remember, let's use mycophilia language. I appreciate your participation, active participation, but let's just keep the language, you know, a little bit more mycophilia, if you know what I mean. Rebecca says, you have given me more confidence in trying different ways of producing. Awesome. Chris says, do you have a favorite student? Let's put it this way. I have a number of favorite students. So I don't have like one specific favorite student. Although, Chris, you are definitely one of my favorite students. But it's like, yeah, there's a few favorites that I could recall because I've been doing this for a while. I don't have like a number one student or anything like that. That's no way. I don't wanna, you know, people to be competitive or something. I like them all, like a parent, you know. Oh, I don't have a favorite child. Spider Claw says Jiffy Mix should be available year-round at any hardware store with a garden session. It's true, but I think depending on the region and the location you are, some places are a little bit more restricted, especially with the specific brand of Jiffy Mix. So they might have like other brands like Miracle Grow and stuff, seed starter mix, but theirs doesn't work because they put fertilizer in it. But yeah, the Jiffy Mix brand is sometimes hard to access, I find. 199. Yeah, thanks again, S, for your 199 super chat. Rebecca says it takes a few weeks to get them completely dry. It also depends on what temp. I would recommend, Rebecca, just get a dehydrator and get it down fast. Check out my dehydration video. I explain it all in detail why you want to do that. Gray Crawford says, how do you prevent aborts after first harvest? Sometimes you can't because it's just genetics. It's just the way they are. But if you are consistently having a lot of aborts, you know, maybe they get to a good size and then they abort, then that points to a problem. So fix the problem, whether that's contamination or that's just things being dry or things being overly too wet. What's up, Ben? You could dance if you want to. Yeah. Good to see you, Ben. And sorry, Ben, I will respond to your signal question. I haven't gotten a chance. I plan to do that after this live stream. Much appreciated. Ben is also one of my favorite top students, along with Chris. And Jana says, if I cut up the mushrooms before dehydrating, does it lose potency? Crap, it's the P word again. I said it. Shoot. Yes, it does, a little bit. Okay, and let's use the word tasty. Anne and everybody else. Seth says, for your shoebox technique, what are some common mistakes? Okay, so first things first, I did not invent the technique. I want to make that clear. I'm just trying to bring it to light to all of you guys because, you know, I feel like it's underrepresented, and I just really like the shoebox. So common mistakes are dub tubbing, um, letting it get dry. I mean, you could dub tub; it's really no issue, um, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You could just flip the lid, and the mushrooms will push up the lid. Now, if we're talking about exotic species, then yes, you may want a dub tub because they don't have the strength to push it up. But yeah, basically like drying things out, like you don't want things to get dry because it does have a tendency to dry out faster than monotubs. Now there are ways to get around it. For example, using a casing layer or putting a bunch of shoe boxes inside a monotub and keeping the lid of the monotub, loosely ajar so that it gets some air exchange, but it doesn't get too much air exchange. You know, so those are a couple of methods you can try. Space Serpent says, which mushrooms are more tasty, poo lovers, core lovers, or wood lovers? Poo lovers. King, a spider claw says, know anything about inky cat mushrooms? Yes, they are good. You could fry them up with an omelet. Just make sure you harvest it soon and make sure there's no like pesticides or, any kind of nasty chemicals that you don't want to be eating because it's going to absorb it as well. Make sure you get it from a good place, but they are very delicious. Andy Bauer says, I've been skateboarding for 28 years. Wow. Nice. I don't know. I love skateboarding and I love skaters. I feel like I was never one for team sports, you know. And skateboarding, it's I find is a great merge of physics, creativity, and independence, and that's why I love skateboarding. Spider Claw says air fryer dehydrator works okay, but if you're growing in shoeboxes, it won't be enough space for a full flush. Yep, that's true. Blood Doll says shiitake tea. It just tastes so crazy. I tried that one time. Worst experience of my life. Those are some hardcore shiitakes. Lost Mayhem says, could you do a video of care needs throughout the fruiting process? Thanks, love the content on your site. Thank you. Totally worth the membership. I appreciate it, Lost Mayhem, and thank you for your support. And that is a great video topic. Hopefully nobody steals it listening to this because I've had that happen many times. But I got to get that video out as well. So, I'm basically taking a break right now. So that's why I haven't been like active and stuff. I mean, like break from mycology. Like I'm doing family stuff and things, and that's the main purpose of my trip. But since I'm away, I'm trying to also just really, really unplug myself from my work, so that when I get back, I could do something. I could come back with renewed vigor, because it's a lot of work. Making the videos, planning them, and editing them. Because I do this all by myself. The website, mentorship, everything, PR, what have you. So it's a lot of work, and I am suited to this kind of work, but I also sort of need a break. But that is a great video topic. It will go on my crazy list, that I still have, pages and pages of ideas. I just need to get around to doing it. Chris says Popeyes, Popeyes, Popeyes. Heck yes, heck yes. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take a little break because I got some blood work done recently, and the doctor says your cholesterol is a little bit high. So I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe too much Popeyes. And also, actually, on a more serious note, I do have sort of a temporary heart condition because of stress. Like my blood pressure just shot up to like 148. All of a sudden, I had a headache. I felt dizzy. My fingers felt numb, and I felt like really messed up. My heart rate was going crazy. Tachycardia and arrhythmia, lots of palpitations. And so I'm just taking a break from everything. I'm not drinking. I'm just trying to rest and recuperate. Yeah, so I got some health stuff going on. So this was sort of my wake up call. Like I really need to take a break because even when I've taken a few breaks here and there, as you guys know, but even then I'm still working, because I could do it online, and I'm a workaholic and I want to, engage. But I really, really need to, like, it's basically an addiction. So I really need to like step away a little bit. But like talking to you guys right now, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's like once in a while thing, and it's great to catch up with all you guys because you guys are awesome. A lot of you guys have been here for a long time, and it's a chill, fun little thing, fun little club we got going on here, let's say. All right, back to the questions. Smay Serpent says, I'm going to buy a bunch of spores and put them in a super soaker and soak my backyard. Heck yeah. Make sure, try to get some, Caps de Libertad. Caps de Libertad. Eduardo says, I have some culinary logs going outside. COVID taught me to cook, and it's fun to cook my own food. Takes years, but worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And once those guys start fruiting, ooh, you're going to have a lot. Tariq says, never thought about the difference heat makes a taste depending on like material state. Very cool note. Awesome, awesome. Razor Ramon says, how can you tell if a liquid culture is good or contaminated? You really cannot, unless it's really obvious. Wanted says, I watched the dehydration video again. I was assuming you were speaking about mostly culinary because I thought I read somewhere about 105 will kill off taste of medicinal, so you dropped some knowledge. Yes, exactly. That's the kind of misinformation I wanted to go against with that video, because it is misinformation. It's just simply not true. It's not scientifically true. In fact, science shows that it's actually better the faster you dry it, because water is the main enemy. That is going to oxidize your stuff rather than heat. What's up, Andrea? Good to see ya. How are you doing today? What's up, Mason? Good to see ya. Love your plant pics, if you know what I mean. Tariq says, can we talk more about some of those characters? No. No. Rebecca Smith says, payment platform has been working. Don't know what you did, but yeah, it's working now. It's working now. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Yeah, because these things tend to just pull the rug under your feet, when you think everything's going well. So I'm very, very careful to celebrate or anything like that. And honestly, I still need to make another website, but quite frankly, I just don't have energy. By the way, guys, thank you for everybody who signed up on the website again after I lost all my members. We're almost at the point of members now. It took it's crazy. It's like April, right? I lost everything in April, and now we're almost back to the same number of members. I just wanted to give real thank you to everybody who's supporting me. And I think this was also a great opportunity to get the word out about the website to people who would not have otherwise signed up. So in a strange sense, it was actually a good PR opportunity, to be completely frank. But yeah, if you guys want to support my stuff, check out the website. You want to keep this community going, you want to help me keep this place going, then please do consider supporting. And you're going to get access to all of my videos. It's only $4.99. It's not like $15.99 or something like that. It's only $4.99. So if you want to support me, check out the website. Become a supporter today. What's up, Molten? How's it going? Minnesota Backpacker says, what are your thoughts on using puppy pads over perlite when fruiting blocks, cakes, and... No, I wouldn't use it. I would use either that or perlite, because they both do the same thing. Now, if you put puppy pads over perlite, then it's kind of killing the point of the perlite in the first place, which is evaporation. It's not going to be able to evaporate with the puppy pad there. I would just use the puppy pads, honestly, because perlite's just a pain. Uncle Polly. Hey, Uncle Polly. Hey, Sage, it's been a while. How's it going? Good to see ya. I've recently pointed a few people your way. Cheers. I appreciate that, Uncle. Thank you. Andy Bauer says, yes, many characters. Please elaborate. I don't want to. I'm sorry, but I don't want to. And that I'll keep it at that. Era S says, using mycophilia language. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been around for a stream. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the guidance. No worries, Era. I appreciate that. Andy Bauer says, no Jiffy at my local Ace Hardware. Rebecca says, Jiffy Mix, not the stuff that you cook with? Yes, not the stuff that you cook with. It's called Jiffy Mix Seed Starter Mix. It comes in a big yellow package. Blight, what's up, Blight? Good to see ya. Hey, Sage, glad I caught your live stream this time. Appreciate it, bro. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Molten Snow says, Walmart brand brown long rice. Such a good tech. Quickest grain to prep and everything. Yes, that is a good one to use if you are going to be doing the brown rice tech. Brasmo says, ever mess with Gymnopolis? Okay, so again, let's not use species name, just say gyms, and I will know what you mean. But no, I have not. I have harvested wild ones, but I have not. Now, there's somebody in my server called Jerry Main. You can check him out. He does a lot of gym grows. So check out the Discord server. Check out Jerry Main. Look at his grows. He's got some awesome stuff. Exactly, Wanted. Yes, tasty, guys. Tasty, not the P word. Lol. Let's not get our boy Sage flagged for knowledge. Exactly, exactly. Andy Bauer says some people prefer not to order their supplies. Tychology, good to see you, Tychology. Tychology says, what's your favorite flavor to taste at the moment? I don't really taste at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm trying to get the time and the space to do one once I return, because I need it. But me personally, Mazatepec, classic core lover, humble Mazatepec, is the most beautiful in my opinion. That and also Mexican grass lovers, and of course Apolensis. What's up, Leonardo? How's it going? Spiderclaw says, try jujitsu, bro. It's an individual sport, and in a lot of ways, it's safer than skating, especially with good training partners. It's like chess with your body. It's so stimulating. I actually used to do jujitsu for a while. Yeah, but it was more like a case of being, you know, like sort of pushed by my friends to do it with them. I honestly did not personally enjoy it too much, but I know that it's good for me, and you know, the skills can certainly come in handy sometimes. And I do need some exercise, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do it, you know, because honestly, with the work that I'm doing here, I've talked to a lot of people, but they're all online. Like, I don't really talk to anybody outside, and I feel like I need to get some friends, you know, outside of the online world. Essentially, work, right? So yeah, it might be a good opportunity. Jude Ritter says, do you have any tips for pheno hunting? Yes, go multispore, grow a bunch, see what you get. You like something, take the spores, see if it'll reproduce. And the wilder the spores, the better. If you could get your hands on some F1 spores or some land races, I would recommend that. Spiderclaw says, sounds like a panic attack. Yeah, basically like my autonomic nervous system. Was it autonomic? I think it's autonomic. Nervous system basically went sort of haywire. Like mentally and stuff, it seemed like I was doing fine, but like subconsciously, I think I was like, okay, you got too much on your plate. You got to just take it easy a little bit. Rebecca Smith says, get checked for POTs. What does that stand for, Rebecca? Leonardo, and I'm thinking about getting a second opinion from another doctor as well. You can never be too safe. Leonardo says, duck hunting season is soon. That will help with life. David Martin says, lots of patience for pheno hunting. Smay Serpent says, how do you know which sports syringes are pullovers on the 5-pack? Basically, by the species name, it'll say the species name. You know, like if it says like Pan's flute, you know, from ancient Greece, Pan, he likes to play the flute, Pan, okay? That's a pullover. Chris says, a little later, bro, have to get to bed early day. Take it easy. Thank you for what you give us. I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you very much. And I might be heading out in a little bit soon because I have not eaten anything. Okay, I just got a text message, actually. Speak of the devil. I got to be leaving soon. The extra break is really extra light. Thank you for good luck with the mental health challenges. Thank you, Lost Mayhem. Thank you. Guys, oh, Mallory, what's up, Mallory? Good to see you. Guys, I really want to read your comments, but I actually do have to go. I just got a message here. I'm just going to quickly run through this stuff. I got like 10 minutes to get prepared to leave. Yes, S, that is correct. Only $4.99. And you could get access to the Discord without even signing on to MycoSage, but you get access to special roles and special exclusive supporter channel on Discord if you do sign up. See you, Bright Ideas, man. Well, thank you for your support always. Hope to see you back in the genetic tiers, and have a great flight. All right, guys, I have caught up. Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of that, and I will look into it, Rebecca. All right, guys, I really, really do love you guys. Thank you. This was a great live stream. It was great to see you guys, and I will catch you guys next time. Stay safe. Have a great day or night. Have a great week. And until next time, see you on this crazy planet, drifting around the sun, on this crazy universe. Much love, guys.